The Last Kiss, a story of love and betrayal. 31 seconds of forever. The security camera doesn't blink. It doesn't feel. It simply records what happens on March 14, 2024 at 6:34 p.m. on a stone patio in Maplewood, Virginia. An elderly man sits in his wheelchair, white hair catching the late afternoon sun. A woman in navy scrubs walks toward him, her smile radiant with something the camera can't name, but anyone watching would recognize instantly: love. She bends down, her hand finds the armrest, and she kisses him, not the quick peck of duty, but the tender press of devotion. 4 seconds that contain everything: hope, joy, the quiet miracle of finding each other when the world said it was impossible. She straightens, moves behind the wheelchair and pushes him back toward the house. At 6:35 p.m. they disappear from view. This is the last time Alicia Turner is seen alive. When family becomes strangers. William Hargrove, 79 years old, survived the car crash. The pickup truck hit him at 50 miles per hour, and somehow his heart kept beating even as his spine shattered into pieces that would never fit together again. Paralyzed from the waist down, forever. His son Bradley visited twice in the first year. His daughter Christine came once. His grandson Tyler never came at all. William spent his 80th birthday alone, staring at a phone that refused to ring, wondering when exactly he had stopped being a father and become only an inheritance waiting to happen. In his journal, he wrote words that would later haunt a courtroom. "My family vanished the moment I became a burden. I was only valuable when I could write checks." The woman who saw a person. December 14, 2021. Premier Care Services sent their best. Alicia Turner, 32 years old, 4.9 stars, 47 families who loved her. She'd given up nursing school when her mother got cancer. Stage 4. 6 months of watching someone she loved disappear piece by piece, and then the silence afterward, the kind that makes you wonder if caring for people is a curse. But she kept caring anyway. William didn't acknowledge her that first day. He sat in his wheelchair staring at nothing, a man who had given up on people showing up for him. Alicia asked one question: "Mr. Hargrove, what's your favorite meal? The one you'd make if you could stand in a kitchen again?" William turned. Someone was asking what he wanted. Not what he needed medically, not what was easiest, what he wanted. "Homemade lasagna," he whispered, "my late wife's recipe." 2 days later she brought ingredients. They made it together, everything set at counter height so he could help from the wheelchair. When they ate, William cried for the first time since the accident. For the first time in over a year, he felt alive. Falling in love at 82. Over months that turned into a year, Alicia did more than her job required. She learned he loved jazz and brought her record collection. Miles Davis during physical therapy. She discovered he'd once read poetry and found his favorite book, reading to him every afternoon in a voice that made the words feel new. She took him to parks, to restaurants, to places where people saw him not the wheelchair, not the disability, but William, a person, a man, someone still here. He started smiling again, laughing, hopping. One evening in June 2022, William asked her, "Why waste your time with a broken old man?" Alicia looked at him, really looked at him, and said, "You're not broken. You're just waiting for someone to remind you that you're still here." That's when William realized he was falling in love. He didn't say anything. He was 80, she was 33, it was impossible, wrong, insane. But he couldn't stop the feeling. By 2023, they had a routine. She arrived at 8:00 a.m. breakfast together, therapy, conversations about everything and nothing. And Alicia started noticing how William looked at her when he thought she wasn't watching, how his whole face changed when she entered a room. And she realized she was falling in love too. September 8, 2023. William told her everything. I'm in love with you, not because you take care of me, because of who you are. I know I'm 82. I know this is insane, but I had to tell you. Alicia left without responding. William was devastated. But the next morning, she walked straight to his wheelchair and knelt down. I don't care that you're 82. I don't care what anyone thinks. I love you too. They became a couple that day. They kept it secret, knowing his family would never understand. But love has a way of making itself known. When greed wears a family's face. January 18th, 2024. Bradley Hargrove visited his father for the first time in 8 months. Phone records would later show he'd called his accountant the week before, asking about accessing his inheritance early. He needed money. Bradley walked in unannounced and saw something that stopped him cold. His father and Alicia sitting together, holding hands, laughing. Not patient and caregiver. A couple. Bradley exploded. She's taking advantage of you. William's anger finally broke free. Where were you when I was alone? Alicia was the only one who cared. Bradley slammed the door and immediately called his sister Christine and nephew Tyler. Emergency meeting. The next day, all three showed up. Dad, we're concerned about Alicia. We think you should fire her. William lost it. You abandoned me for 3 years and now you try to take away the one person who gave a damn. Get out. They left, but they weren't done. They hired a private investigator, clean background. They consulted lawyers about challenging William's mental competency. Verdict, completely lucid. Every legal avenue failed. And then William did something that would seal Alicia's fate. The will that became a death sentence. March 5, 2024. William called his attorney for a private meeting. He was changing his will. Son Bradley, $200,000, was $1.5 million. Daughter Christine, $200,000, was $1.5 million. Grandson Tyler, $100,000, was $200,000. Alicia Turner, $2.5 million plus the house and all remaining assets. William included one clause. If any family member is convicted of any crime against Alicia Turner, their inheritance is void, donated to charity. He signed March 5th, legally airtight. But William didn't know his attorney's assistant, Karen Ross, was Christine's college best friend. March 8th, Karen called Christine. Your father changed his will. Almost everything goes to the caregiver. $2.5 million plus the house. That evening, Bradley, Christine, and Tyler met at Bradley's house. Panic, fury, desperation. Bradley spoke in a voice that later would echo through a courtroom. If something happens to Alicia before Dad dies, the bequest is invalid. Money reverts to us. Long silence. Christine, Bradley, what are you suggesting? I'm suggesting we make sure she's not around to collect. $50,000 for a life. March 10th. Tyler called Vincent Cross, ex-Marine, dishonorable discharge, multiple assault charges. Vincent brought in Ramon Silva. Both had done this before. Price $50,000, half up front, half after. Bank records show Bradley withdrew $25,000 cash on March 11th, another $25,000 on March 13th. Vincent and Ramon started watching William's house, learning Alicia's schedule, when she arrived, when she left, what car she drove. 3 days of surveillance. This wasn't impulsive, this was surgical. The last normal day. March 14th, 2024, Thursday, Alicia's last workday before a week off. William had a surprise planned. He wanted to propose. He'd bought a ring 2 weeks ago. Alicia didn't know. She also didn't know Vincent and Ramon had been watching for 3 days. Around 11:00 a.m., Bradley texted Tyler, "Today, go." Tyler responded, already in motion. 8:00 a.m. Alicia arrived. Breakfast with William. Scrambled eggs, toast. William tried to flip a pancake from his wheelchair and failed. They laughed. Just a normal morning, a happy morning. The day passed with therapy, jazz, conversation. Around 6:30 p.m. they decided to sit outside on the patio. Beautiful day, warm for March. The security camera was recording. 31 seconds. 6:34 p.m. Watch carefully. Alicia pushes William's wheelchair onto the patio. They talk. She's smiling. He says something that makes her laugh. Then she walks around to the front of the wheelchair. This is the moment. Alicia bends down, places her hand on the armrest and kisses him on the mouth. Not a peck, a real kiss. 4 seconds. William's hand comes up and touches her cheek. No one is watching except the camera. This is just two people in love. She straightens up, moves behind the wheelchair, grips the handles, and pushes him back toward the house. At 6:35 p.m., they disappear from view. Inside, Alicia helps William settle. She tells him she's heading home, errands. He asks her to stay for dinner. She can't tonight, but she'll see him tomorrow. William smiles, tomorrow. Alicia gathers her things, kisses William goodbye, and walks out at 6:47 p.m. She gets into her green Honda and drives away. Vincent and Ramon are parked 3 blocks away, waiting. 13 minutes of freedom. Alicia drives toward town. She needs grocery, routine stop. At 6:58 p.m. she pulls into the parking lot, parks near the back, away from the main entrance. Fewer people, quieter. That's what they counted on. She gets out, pops the trunk, reaches for shopping bags. The white van pulls up fast behind her car. 2 men jump out. One grabs her from behind. She screams, she fights. But Vincent is 6'2", 220 pounds, former military. Alicia is 5'7", 130 pounds. No chance. Ramon moves fast. Zip ties, hand over her mouth. They lift her into the van. 30 seconds total. A store employee hears something, looks over, sees a white van speeding away. Thinks it's weird but doesn't call police. Doesn't write down the plate. Alicia's Honda sits there. Trunk open, door open, purse on the ground, shopping bags scattered. Store security doesn't notice for 40 minutes. By then, Alicia has been gone 46 minutes. And she's already at the warehouse. The coldest detail. Riverside Warehouse, Unit 4B abandoned for 3 years. No security, no cameras, no witnesses. They carry Alicia inside. Back room small, no windows, 1 door. They put her on the floor, hands zip-tied. And Vincent does something investigators will later call the coldest detail. He doesn't hurt her right away. He talks, tells her why she's there, that William's family paid them to make her disappear, that it's business, that she was in the way of $2.5 million. Then around 7:45 p.m., 47 minutes after she was taken, Vincent strangles Alicia Turner to death. She fights, she struggles, she can't break free. 3 minutes, then she stops moving. They leave her body in that room, lock the door and drive away. The deal at the rest stop. 2 hours later, Tyler meets them at a rest stop 40 miles out. He hands over a duffel bag with the second $25,000 in cash. Tyler asks, is it done? Vincent nods, she's gone. Tyler asks, no loose ends? Ramon's none. Tyler drives home, arrives 10:17. His wife asks where he's been. Business dinner that ran late. She believes him. Tyler goes to bed knowing he paid 2 men to murder someone. And he sleeps fine. 11 days of searching. Meanwhile, police respond to the abandoned car at 7:44 p.m. They find Alicia's purse, phone inside, wallet, keys, everything. Car unlocked, trunk open, clear signs of struggle. Within 2 hours, they issue an alert. 35-year-old woman abducted from parking lot. Police interview William that night. Detective arrives at 9:30 p.m. William is wondering why Alicia never called. The detective tells him Alicia's car was found abandoned. Signs of abduction. William's world collapses. He tells everything: the relationship, the family's hatred, the confrontations, the will. Detectives bring in Bradley, Christine, and Tyler the next morning. All three deny involvement. Bradley was home, has his wife as alibi. Christine was at work until 8:00 p.m. Coworkers confirm. Tyler was at a business dinner, has receipts. Alibis check out. Police have no evidence. Days pass, a week, no body, no ransom, no contact. Alicia has vanished. William stops eating, stops sleeping. He sits in his wheelchair, staring at the door, waiting for someone who will never come home. The anonymous call. March 25th, 6:47 a.m. Anonymous call to Maplewood Police Department. Male voice, distorted, calm. Riverside Warehouse, Unit 4B, there's a body. Line goes dead. Detectives arrive at 7:31 a.m. They force open Unit 4B back room, padlocked from the outside. They cut the lock. There she is. Alicia. Dead for 11 days, while the entire city searched for her. Still wearing the navy scrubs from that last beautiful day. The web unravels. Detectives process the scene. DNA from zip ties, fingerprints on the door. But the breakthrough comes when they investigate the warehouse itself. Who owns it? Property records show Hargrove Property Management, Bradley's company, inherited from his father. Bradley has keys to every property, including this warehouse that's been vacant for 3 years. That changes everything. Detectives get warrants, phone records, bank records. March 10th, Tyler calls Vincent Cross, 8-minute conversation. March 11th, Bradley withdraws $25,000 cash. March 13th, another $25,000. March 14th, 6:42 p.m., Tyler texts Vincent, target leaving now. Green Honda, plate Charlie David 7283. That's Alicia's plate. Sent 7 minutes before she left William's house. Tyler was watching, or had someone watching. The white van rental traced to Ramon Silva. Security footage confirms. Forensics examines the van, traces of Alicia's DNA, fibers matching the zip ties. Vincent and Ramon identified through databases. Both have records. Both have connections to Tyler through military service. Same unit 8 years ago. April 3rd, arrests. Bradley Hargrove, *first-degree murder conspiracy. Christine Hargrove, conspiracy, accessory, text messages prove she knew. Tyler Hargrove, first-degree murder conspiracy, kidnapping, solicitation. Vincent Cross, first-degree murder, kidnapping, murder for hire. Ramon Silva, first-degree murder, kidnapping, murder for hire. All 5 plead not guilty. The trial. September 9, 2024, trial begins. Prosecution presents phone records, bank records, text messages, forensic evidence from the van, DNA from the warehouse, and the CCTV footage. The jury watches those 31 seconds. Alicia bending down, kissing William, pushing his wheelchair inside. The prosecution establishes motive. This wasn't random. This was a family eliminating a threat to their inheritance. Defense argues it's all circumstantial. No direct proof Bradley ordered it. No confession. But on day 12, Tyler cracks. His attorney negotiates a deal. Full testimony against the others in exchange for life with parole after 30 years. Tyler takes the stand, tells everything. He testifies that Bradley proposed the plan on March 8th, said the only way to stop Alicia was to eliminate her before William died. Tyler reached out to Vincent. Vincent brought Ramon, $50,000 total. Tyler provided Alicia's information, plate, schedule, address. Vincent and Ramon conducted surveillance for 3 days. Tyler sent the text on March 14th signaling when Alicia left. He met them at the rest stop and paid the second $25,000. Vincent told him, "It's done. Alicia's dead." Tyler knew and did nothing, didn't call police, just went home. The jury deliberates 4 hours. Guilty all counts, all defendants. October 14th, the end of everything. Sentencing *. Bradley, life without parole. Christine, 25 years. Vincent, life without parole. Ramon, life without parole. Tyler, life with parole after 30 years. Court adjourns. But here's what destroys everything. October 14th, 2024, same day as sentencing. William Hargrove dies, heart failure, natural causes officially. But the hospice nurse says William had stopped talking after the trial, stopped responding, just stared. The night he died, he spoke one sentence. "I waited 82 years to find love, and my son took it away in 31 seconds. Then his heart stopped. The inheritance nobody got. Because Alicia predeceased William, her bequest is void. But because Bradley, Christine, and Tyler were convicted of crimes against her, William's clause activates. Their inheritance is void, all of it zero. The entire $3.2 million estate goes to charity. The family murdered Alicia for money and received nothing. The question that should terrify you. During Vincent's interrogation, a detective asked, "Have you done work like this before? Families hearing you." Vincent looked at the camera and smiled. "You'd be surprised how often families kill for inheritance." His attorney shut it down immediately. That line of questioning never continued. But that statement hangs in the air. How often? Not if asterisk, how asterisk often. What we lost. Alicia did everything right, followed protocols, maintained boundaries until feelings developed naturally over years. She didn't manipulate. She cared for someone when no one else would. William's decision wasn't incompetence. Multiple doctors evaluated him as completely lucid. It was gratitude, recognition that she gave him 3 years of dignity when his family gave him nothing but abandonment. But to Bradley, Christine, and Tyler, that money was theirs by blood. Didn't matter they hadn't visited. The money was supposed to be theirs. When they discovered it wasn't, they eliminated the obstacle. 31 seconds. March 14th, 6:34 p.m. Alicia kisses William on the patio. She has no idea that 3 blocks away, 2 killers wait in a van. She has no idea Tyler already sent her license plate. She has 24 minutes of freedom left. She's just kissing someone she loves. Timeline *. 6:34 p.m. The kiss, 31 seconds on camera. 6:47 p.m. She leaves William's house. 6:58 p.m. She's grabbed in the parking lot. 7:45 p.m. She's dead. 11 days later, she's found. 6 months later, killers convicted. 7 months later, William dies. All because a family decided inheritance was worth more than human life. If you work in healthcare, understand this. Alicia had perfect reviews, 8 years of experience, did everything right. Still became a target because she showed compassion. The warning signs weren't her behavior, they were the family's reaction. When family members suddenly show up and accuse you of manipulation with zero evidence, document it. Dates, times, what was said. When they threaten your employment, report it to your agency. Create a paper trail. When they make you feel unsafe, trust that feeling. Alicia had 3 hostile confrontations with the Hargroves. She should have reported it. She didn't because she thought it would blow over. It escalated to murder. The questions that remain. How many other families have conspired to eliminate caregivers they saw as threats? How many other Vincents and Ramones wait for the next call, the next $50,000? How many healthcare workers right now are being watched by families who see them as obstacles? We don't know. Most won't be as sloppy as the Hargroves. Most will get away with it. The last moment. Alicia's last moment of freedom was 6:34 p.m., March 14th, kissing William on a patio while a camera recorded and killers waited 3 blocks away. 13 minutes left before she walked out that door. If she'd known, would she have done anything different? Called police? Or stayed on that patio with William, knowing those 31 seconds were all they had? We'll never know. But we know this. She deserved better. William deserved better. Protect yourself. If you work in healthcare, vary your routines. Don't park in the same spot. Don't leave at the same time. Don't assume family members are safe just because they're family. Document every hostile interaction, every accusation, every threat. Trust your instincts. If you feel watched, threatened, or unsafe, report it immediately. Create that paper trail. Alicia had those feelings. She ignored them. It cost her everything. The Hargrove case closed in October 2024. Bradley, Christine, Tyler, Vincent, and Ramon are in prison. William is dead. Alicia is dead. But the love they shared in those 31 seconds, that was real, that was beautiful, that was worth everything they never got to have. And no amount of money, no inheritance, no greed can ever take that away.